Adam and Peter explore the crazy new world.
Peter, today it's all about fake news. Is AI the solution or the cause of fake news? What do you think?
Both. It could be the solution, but basically, no.
So we're done with this.
Both or nothing. That's it. We're done. Now, fake news is as old as human beings. Lies and fake has always been there, and the question is always there: what is right? Who can I trust? Who can I believe?
Is there a right?
Is there a truth? Yes, and there are different ways of truth. I mean, there are truths about the history, the fact that has been there. Like, is it a truth that I weigh a certain weight if I go for the scales on Earth and move? There are different number that I see on the scales when I weigh myself. And the number that I get here is this a fact or not? Am I that heavy or not? These are kind of, I would say, the scientific mathematical facts, the factual world. And there is, of course, the information world where you can say, do unicorns exist? You can talk about, some people say yes, others would say no. Who do you believe? Therefore, there's no black and white. There's no digital answer to this, I would say. Why we talk about that in the context of artificial intelligence is just simply because the quality and the quantity of fake information visually available. We trust our eyes and our ears as human beings the most. What we have seen ourselves is something we really believe. Yeah, what we have touched, what we have heard ourselves, and the quality and the quantity that is now possible with everybody who can create fake news just like that. Photoshop was also possible before, but you needed to be an expert to fake videos or fake audio recordings and so on. This is now much, much, much easier. And that's the problem, I would say. So it's a problem.
Well, but on the other side, it's also a solution. So it's my wife received a very threatening email, and she asked me, "Well, somehow some person is threatening me to. Well, I'm supposed to pay 1 Bitcoin. Otherwise, they will release some whatever recordings of hers." And I asked AI, how probable is it that this is real? And it told me it's completely improbable. It is a fake. It is, so it will help you detect fake news as well.
Yeah, I believe this. And that's because human beings, if we're continuing the speed of quality improvement with these tools, human beings will no longer be the ones who can really judge it. For me, it's not surprising. Look, art, this is a nice example. Art is a big market. And there are sometimes paintings found on a roof, on a basement in an old house from Picasso. An unknown picture from Picasso. And now the experts come and try, is this Picasso or not? And they use sometimes scientific methods to find out that the paper or the color was already there and blah, blah, blah. And the way how it is painted. And still there are fakes. And still you need authorities. Not the end user could say, the buyer of the picture could say, or the painting, this is a Picasso. You need experts. And if the human beings are no longer experts for understanding fake of AI, then you need AI as the expert. But that's not the answer I was thinking about. I have a much more radical suggestion or proposal to make. And it goes like, at the moment, we leave it to detecting whether this is true or not to the consumer. We say, you have to find out, you have to be trained in school that you know what is right and wrong. The old answer, because before AI, there was also misinformation. There were information bubbles, there were echo chambers, there were kind of these conspiracy theories and stuff, and you could somehow learn how to detect the nonsense as an end user, as a consumer. But now it's more or less getting impossible. And for me, it's not different like money, if you know what I mean. Look, money is, you trust people that they give you right money and not fake money. Is it now at the consumer, at your level, if I give you $10, would you have to check whether the $10 are correct or not, whether this is true money or fake money?
I'm not going to check if it's $10, but if you give me like 100 or 200 euros, I will start
somehow
checking.
But do you have the machine and the ultraviolet test? And
I do.
In the end, do you yourself? I don't know. What we have, and what I'm alluring to is there are kind of governmental structures or whatever who give like a commitment. This they spend a lot of money and effort to make sure that this money, and not everything is completely avoidable, but most of it is, you can trust it. If you get this money that looks a bit like this with a simple test, you can trust it. And a simple test is very often watermarks or some metal being waved into some paper, how it feels. So something that is easy to use. And that's my proposal here as well. So we need to flip it around, not have the end consumer judge or use AI by themselves to find out whether the information is right or wrong, but having some like a information checking system, authority, or whatever you could call it, that kind of bulletproofs it. This one, if you take that one, this is a seal, this has a watermark, and that's a proven source. You cannot say that it is right, it's just a proven source. This is not something that has been photoshopped. It's not something that has been created by AI. This is a proven source. How you could do it, I have also some ideas, but I would want your response to this idea. What do you think about that?
There will still be some counterfeiter trying to create to fake the watermark, so it's still not 100% secure. But if you used some blockchain well-driven algorithm to really ensure that the information that was created or the music that I created was really created by me and built by you and played by a third party, this is where blockchain could be the solution for. But well, they started with the images that were created on the blockchain, so the NFTs. It's not really going in the direction where I expected it to go, because I thought everyone will want to have like the assurance that this was created by me, that was built by you. So it's a good solution, but it still there will still be bad actors in this game who will try to kill the whole idea of the watermark. So yeah, but it's not perfect.
There are people that make fake money and make a living out of that. This will still be happening, but that's the more difficult it gets, the less fake information you can have, or at least you can distinguish it. So I have two solutions. One is the technical one, and I would say the most important one comes for journalists. The fourth power in the state is the media, and very often these echo chambers, these kind of conspiracy theory people, they say, you can't trust the media anymore. They're kind of all corrupt, blah blah blah. What if, and I'm wondering why this is not happening, if a photo camera producer like Nikon or Kodak or whatever, no Kodak, it's Nikon or what is, any, I just want to
Sony.
make Sony, give me a few more names that I don't make kind of advertisements here, Leica or whatever. So many, you can imagine more of those. I mentioned all of them now. If one of those go and create a chip implemented like watermarking, the very moment you take the photo as a journalist or as a reporter, or the English word for this one, click, done. Not changeable. It is, of course, a bad photo. It is not wonderfully colored and recolored and cut out, but it's authentic. That's the photo that somebody has taken. That's the voice recording at the protestation where people were on the street. This is where they really make like, bam, this is authentic because it's watermarked. It happened at the moment, and that's the original source. This could be a selling argument. Why don't they do this? This is one proposal that I have for the origin of the source. And then you can use it and later can embed it and say, but this is the clip. That's where you've seen it. Here it happened. And the other one is like really enabling the fourth power. We have this kind of division of powers, or what is called the checks and balances, the separation of powers. We have the legislative, we have the judicial, and the executive in Western democracies. We need a fourth one where there is somebody or something or whatever who can authentify and say, this is watermarked true or not true, watermarked, reusable, reliable information. Science plays a role to the certain demand, but even people don't believe the science anymore. So I believe we need to have an institution who gives some of the information, like this is authentic, not right. That's not right or wrong. That's not my question. It's not a belief system. It is just the authenticity. And then you can draw conclusions, whatever you want. But if the data itself is questions, then you have a problem. because the visual that you get looks like the original data. The voice that you hear looks like the original one. The recording that you see, the video, look, this, I've seen it. No, this is fake. So the source needs to be kind of watermarked. And then we don't leave it to the consumers to sort out the bullshit, but we leave it to, whatever systems to watermark the reality. If you see what I mean.
I'm skeptical, but well, that's why we have the both of us in this podcast. If we always agreed, we wouldn't need the other person. But well, there still will be the bad actors, and there is this idea of creating NFTs like with a mouse click or with a tool. But it's still a very technical idea, and probably in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, when crypto and blockchain and all these big topics turn into just one topic. At the end, it will be just one topic where you put all information on a blockchain to ensure everything is authentic. This could be the time where everyone will ask for a reliable source for every single point of data, whether it's a graphical element or sound, my voice. Even I played with some voice crackers, tools that can imitate my voice with my accent, with my Polish German accent, so it will imitate the exact voice that I have, which is incredible. So who is the authority to
but wouldn't it be great if you had
this?
Wouldn't it be great if you had a tool where you say, I record, press the button and record, and this is Adam authentic, and I with the kind of the watermark or the key, public-private key signed or whatever bit blockchain, the technology I don't really mind, but it's the watermarking aspect, like the authorization. This is not fake money. This is information is like money. It's the same idea. So this is watermark. This is true. Has been me. If you had this opportunity, wouldn't it be great to use it? What I'm saying is, I don't say it's need to be there, but I'm saying is I haven't heard much of the conversation going in the public around this. People always only discuss about us as consumers being now in charge to find out the bullshit and sort it out. And I would say no. I see like the creators, they could be in charge. The content.
I don't think so. So if the fourth force in the country, if it's media, they are responsible for figuring out if it's an authentic source of information, and they are doing it. So they often send data or information 1 day later after it was released. And I often ask myself, why are you so slow? Because they are checking the authenticity, because it's not our job, or even it's not even the job of the creator, as you say. From my perspective, it should be done by the journalist, by the media, by everyone who wants to be perceived as a reliable source of information.
And then we completely agree. This fourth power would then be able to say this is true because, and now the question is, how do they judge it? Not as a content creator. I'm not the one who's responsible to make sure that I was looking for a technology to make sure this is authentic. That's true. So that the media people can see and easier check, job. That's
let's agree. Let's agree here. Good topic. Good topic one. Okay.
We should create a product around this and make ourselves self-employed. What do you think?
You now uncovered the idea, so this has already been created.
Okay, so missed opportunity.
Stay tuned. There is more crazy stuff coming soon.